dear leaders of Scouting from around the world. Today, it's our pleasure to present you with an update of the World Scout Foundation's work. We'd like to start by recognizing the recent and incredible achievements in Scouting around the world.
As fellow Scouts and supporters of Scouting, we are in awe of how you've dealt with the pandemic, of how Scout leaders have continued to deliver Scouting innovatively during challenging times, supporting young people through the global pandemic, and for the efforts now underway to re-energise Scouting in the places where membership has been hit hardest.
We also want to celebrate the phenomenal milestone reached earlier this year of 2 billion hours of community service delivered by Scouts towards the Sustainable Development Goals, a number which represents millions of inspirational Scout projects, actions, and initiatives run in local communities worldwide.
The World Scout Foundation exists to support you to do exactly this, and your stellar efforts continue to motivate and help boost the Foundation's work to further develop and grow Scouting. We do this by uniting an incredible network of 2,600 passionate supporters of Scouting, known as Baden-Powell Fellows, many of whom are active or former Scouts, who give their time, their energy, networks and resources to the Foundation to invest in Scouting. All of this with the steadfast support of our Honorary Chairman of 44 years, His Majesty King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden. Thank you, Your Majesty.
And at this point, we'd like to recognize you if you are one of these VP Fellows. Thank you. Our extensive fundraising activities allow us to provide two main funding streams for WOSUM. Since 1977, an annual operational grant to WOSUM, and since 2011, project funding for National Scout organizations and the World Scout Bureau.
In terms of figures, over the last 4 years, the Foundation has provided WOSUM with over $22 million in funding.
And this figure includes an additional $1 million made available in early 2021 for the re-energizing Scouting.
Turning to our assets, we're pleased to report that we currently manage more than $72 million in financial assets. This has been achieved through careful investment, the addition of 207 new BP Fellows at various levels since 2018, and most recently, a campaign to boost the endowment fund that successfully raised close to $2 million. Our investment portfolio also includes the financial assets of the Africa, Asia Pacific and Inter-American Regional Foundations and 2 WOSUM funds.
The moving trend globally in young philanthropy has furthermore resulted in an increased number of young VP Fellows, and an active task force is leading efforts to increase their engagement within the Foundation and encourage lifelong support for Scouts.
Since 2011, we have tirelessly worked to strengthen project funding, and thanks to the impact of your Messengers of Peace projects, delivered with previous funding from the initiative as so generously supported by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, we have been able to create several donor-advised funds from existing and new BP Fellows to widen the donor base supporting projects run as part of this broad initiative. For example, the Doris and Hans Imholz Fund supports the Ticket to Life program, which is already active in the Asia Pacific region and will roll out in the African region soon.
The Charlie Fund provides funding for work on governance, enabling induction trainings for world and regional Scout committees, the launch of the WOSUM Service and Growth, and more. Our partner, Aloha Lead Philanthropies, gives considerable funding for Scout projects worldwide and targeted support for Scout for SDGs to reach 4 billion hours of service by 2030.
Let us add that your confidence and increased capacity to manage large projects has helped our fundraising efforts enormously, and will enable us to further diversify our funding sources, reach out to corporates and other institutions.
Let's now look at how the foundation, driven by passionate scouts and supporters of scouting, works alongside WOSUM volunteers and staff in multiple ways to further support our common goals. At a governance level, we continue to contribute to WOSUM success, participating in World Scout Committee meetings. I would especially like to thank Craig, Andy, and Ahmad, who have represented WOSUM on the Foundation Board, for their strong support over the last 2 years. At a strategic level, the Foundation is delighted to have contributed to WOSUM 2020-21 plan, Growing Stronger Together, as well as to fundraising work as part of the WOSUM Resource Mobilization Project and Business Development, and to the work to strengthen the fundraising capacity of National Scout organizations.
At an operational level, the Foundation staff continue to work together with the Bureau staff on joint work to manage grants and project management processes via our shared systems. On the further development of Scout Donation Platform, key communications, specific donor relations, and global fundraising events. Your help is needed to continue this work. So we'd like to end this update by asking you to help us to increase support for Scouting by expanding our donor network.
And let's be clear, right now, we are not asking each one of you to become a VP Fellow. We do, however, want to ask you to search within your networks for people that you believe would be ready to support Scouting globally and join as a VP Fellow. Asking is never easy, so please pass on their names and contact details, and we can work together to approach them. Thank you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions. We also invite you to visit our online conference exhibition. For more information, I look forward to speaking to you soon.